Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Dark Chess. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about 10 bucks or so. I stress early access, that means everything that you're about to see is subject to change. Special thanks to Lily, one of my friends and 2-year Twitch subscriber, for sending me a copy of this game. I look forward to playing it because I'm a big fan of chess. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So there is a solo mode, player versus AI. There is a campaign. There is a pass and play, so same computer kind of thing. There's a tournament, ranked PvP, and PvP, but all of these are like locked. And it doesn't say why they're locked. It's either just not available in early access, or I haven't played enough of the game in order to unlock that yet. I wish it would actually tell me what the case was. Is it because it's not, the content just isn't available yet, or because I need to do something first? It'd have been nice to have that information. Options menu, just pause if you want to see this in greater detail. Nothing too fancy here, not even a full screen toggle, which is kind of weird. If you do hit Alt-Enter, that will change it from full screen to windowed mode, and you can drag the window around, so that is a thing. But again, some sort of dedicated full screen / windowed mode would have been very nice to have. All right, let's go ahead and just jump into solo for a couple of rounds. And there's classic chess, dark chess, and custom game. Classic chess is just you against the computer, and standard chess. Dark chess is a game mode that I've seen on chess.com where there's a fog of war. You can see one square around the pieces that you own. So if you have the pawn, for example, you can see one space around you in every direction, including diagonal, but you can also see where pieces can attack. So if you've got a rook or a bishop or a queen, you can see the diagonals and the orthogonal rows and the like that they can attack. So it makes much, it's a harder game because if you don't know where all the enemy pieces are, well, you're kind of screwed. You kind of have to keep track in your head where they might be. There's no standard check in that mode either. Like in standard chess, if you get checked, you're forced to block it or move or something. In this game, your goal is to capture the enemy king. So if your king is being attacked and you don't realize it, you could just be beaten on the next turn when they take your king. Now there is a custom game as well. There's a time limit here, like 10 minutes, for example. You can play classic, dark chess, or capture the king. There's 3 different modes there. You can play with various setups like random chess set or chess random, no bishops, no knights, and so on. Unfortunately, there's no way to change the art style of the pieces or the board itself. As far as I can tell, you're stuck with the same 3D cartoony looking pieces. I would have preferred a way to switch between 3D and 2D, like a top-down, like something that you would see in a newspaper, just like, the queen cutouts, just to make it somewhat easier on the eyes. Because sometimes, if you're not familiar with like cartoony, a cartoony chess set, then you may get the pieces confused initially, that kind of thing. So it would have been nice to have multiple versions of boards and pieces available. But yeah, so it goes. Early access. First, I'll take you through a regular game of Classic. There was 4 difficulties there. Here's a quick look at how the pieces look. Again, you cannot change the board or the pieces as far as I can tell. I'm going to go ahead and just go, pawn to king 4. Again, this is on the easiest mode, so I'm not going to bother teaching you how to play chess in this particular video. I'm going to assume you already know how to play. Yeah, as you can see, on easy, it's pretty lackluster, which is to be expected. Alright, let's just go for that. Alright. Check to black. See, it announces check on the normal game, but when you're actually playing in dark mode, sometimes you just don't know what you're up against. Let's go in and bring the knight out there. Looks like the bishop is coming out there. I could bring that there, but then pawn forward, and it's just a wasted move. You know what? Let's put pressure on this back pawn there. Looks like he's just going right after the king, which I don't need to worry about. Okay, castling. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do something. That's the king. That's the bishop. See what I mean? Like, sometimes it's difficult to tell the difference between the kings and the bishops. Like, it's just, I wish I could change this to some kind of 2D or simple 3D format. I wish that was a thing. Apparently trading, I mean, I'm winning here. So trading queens isn't necessarily a bad thing. Bishop takes, pawn forward, knight takes. There's a bishop there, but he can't do much with that. We'll just take there. I could just take bishop takes rook just to trade pieces, or you could do that as well. That's fine. Let's see. I thought that was my king there for a second. Okay, so the rest of my pieces are just fine. I might as well just move my bishop back, fork the rook in the... Okay, if you want to take that, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and bring the rook out like so. Let's just bring the knight forward. Attacking as many pieces as possible. You know what, we'll just do something like that. Prevent those pieces from really moving. Bring the knight forward. And he can't do anything at this point. I mean, my rook and knight are sort of blockading this e-file. So I can easily just push this down and be done with it. Alright, so yeah, it's always going to really do at this point. Check, yeah, no big deal. This turns into a queen, which is what I'm looking for. Choose. And there, done. Checkmate to black. There we go, done. So that was the normal game. Now if we actually play solo, like just, you know, class or dark chess rather. Let's go and do that. Easy, normal, hard, insane. So this is what dark chess is all about. And I like this. Again, I just think this game's limited by its own art style, to be honest. So now I can see my half of the board, but once I move this pawn forward, I'll be able to see the diagonals of the pawn that it's attacking. So the pawn attacks here and here. But now my bishop and queen are also attacking these diagonals. So I can see those as well. I'm going to go ahead and bring my knight forward. I don't see pawns, so he might have brought his knights out. Possibly. I won't know for sure unless I get in there. I'm going to do something like that and try and get more. Okay. So based on what I've seen, there's no way for him to actually attack this knight here, or I could take this knight. There should be no blowback from this. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that. He took that, so he did bring out his other knight. So he brought out both of his knights without really doing much of anything. Now his queen is sitting back here, so I should not take that. So I will bring my knight back and apply pressure. Now I should be able to safely take this pawn. I can also take this one as well, and then queen takes, knight takes, but I'll take this one instead and do a check. And he didn't move it. So he did something else, and that's game. So, yeah, that's dark chess for you. And again, that was on the easier mode, but that should give you an idea as to what you're in for should you decide to pick up this game. If I had one complaint, really, it's just the art style. Give me different chess pieces, give me 2D options, give me different boards, give me the ability, like on solo mode, you're stuck. At least on dark chess mode, you're stuck with a 5-minute timer. Yes, you can go to custom game. Yes, you can customize it 3, 5, 10, but there's no mode for just unlimited play. You're stuck with a timer. So it's like whoever designed this game is completely not flexible at all. I think that more customization options need to be implemented for this to be successful, especially since dark chess exists on chess.com, which, by the way, you can play free to play. So unless the developer does something to really set this apart, I don't see this doing very well. But that being said, I may play this from time to time. But again, thank you, Lily, for sending me a copy of this game. Much appreciated. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.